Honorable Member for Navokolo, Honorable Emmanuel Wangwe.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to appreciate the President's speech as detailed in this House, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, thank that he took his 1 hour and 6 minutes and made use of it and addressed the nation within the provisions of Article 132, particularly Section C, which gives him the mandate, Honorable Speaker, to highlight what he has done and what he intends to do. Honorable Speaker, in the speech which the President delivered in this House, I have 2 or 3 observations to make. First, to appreciate him, the issue of teachers. I come from an area, my constituency is full of graduate teachers and even primary school teachers. And Honorable Speaker, when he took the initiative to employ more than 56,000 teachers, I want to appreciate and say that's a good thing, which indeed my constituency, we saw the employment of very many teachers from there, those who had not been employed before. Honorable Speaker, I also want to thank the President on the highlight in terms of farming. Particularly, Honorable Speaker, the stage he took to release the debt of very many sugar factories, Honorable Speaker, 118 billion shillings is not a walk in the park. It takes somebody to really put his foot down and do it. And Honorable Speaker, having taken that bold step and done the release of 117 billion debt, I just want to request, Honorable Speaker, that indeed let him complete the journey by really pushing on the issue of leasing, so that, Honorable Speaker, the balance sheet of these 5 factories is going to be good enough to attract, Honorable Speaker, the investors now to put in money and take over the running of these factories. Honorable Speaker, the only thing that now arises, which I did not see, is the reprimand. I want, Honorable Speaker, the government to reprimand. How did this 117 billion shilling come about? Who did these losses? How did it happen? Honorable Speaker, when you are selling cane, you must sell cane to the factory or deliver cane to the factory. You either have to get the sugar produced or the money paid. When you go to the stores, there is no sugar, but there is also no money in the pockets of farmers. Who took away this money? It's important, Honorable Speaker, that whereas we appreciate the President's speech very much, that he released the 117, but the question is, we want the institutions charged with responsibility to help the President reprimand those who stole that money. How did it come about that it was misappropriated? Honorable Speaker, I also want to thank the President in the manner in which he reported to the House the issue of repayment of debt, national debt, the repayment of the more than 500 billion to the Euro bond issues. It's a good move, Honorable Speaker. When a country like ours is put in the red, it's not only the country, Honorable Speaker, it's even those in private sector. We have business people who are doing offshore tradings, who are investing using foreign banks. And Honorable Speaker, when our country is in the red, definitely individual rating also comes down. So it's important to thank the President that he has taken an initiative to tell the country that is going to pay the loan owed after the Euro bond. And Honorable Speaker, in the same footing, we should ask, did we spend the money well? How was the money from the Euro bond proceeds come into the country? Those are issues, Honorable Speaker, the relevant agencies must help the President to address. And also, Honorable Speaker, cushion now, henceforth, what are we likely to see? Let us see good use of public resources as and when the government borrows. Honorable Speaker, the issue that the President addressed in terms of farming, the issue of subsidized fertilizers or subsidies into the farming as a process, is a good thing, Honorable Speaker. Fertilizer was 7,500 very recently. Now, the government has brought it down to 2,500 per bag. Indeed, Honorable Speaker, it has a replica. When you come to my constituency, you see a change. Most of the people have afforded it now to buy and invest into the agriculture sector. Myself, I'm a farmer. I was able to access it, Honorable Speaker. It's a good thing. Let's encourage it to go on. But, Honorable Speaker, let's also ask the government to go further and say we don't just end up at the county headquarters. Like Kakamega, Honorable Speaker, we were only able to collect from Kakamega. Some of the stores which are now coming, were supposed to come down to the sub-counties, were not available. So let's ask the government, Honorable Speaker, to ensure that we now move down to the people and deliver fertilizer or any subsidy as close as possible, not to end up at the county level, Honorable Speaker. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I want to appreciate the President's speech and appreciate and thank him for that speech. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I support.